listeners, lead counsel, assistant counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome once again to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Without further ado, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair for our next item on our today's agenda. Madam Chair, over to you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I will call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers and Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وآل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. برحمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God and Father, the one whom we adore, we bow in silence at your feet today, asking for mercy. Forgive our misdeeds. We commit ourselves into your care. Heal us from every infirmity. Take away shame, disgrace, and embarrassment from our midst. Enable us to be steadfast in our task, and grant us divine grace and mercies as we continue to serve you with sincerity of heart, today and forevermore. Amen.
Good morning, welcome. So witness, you may kindly take your seat.
Iko maybe seem like iko isi sira ngota nole.
Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Iko iti say do hanu sign ibe seem like that. Iko seem la bare hanu sign hakil duwa le ko iko hakil bula diko yen kalo men kenu jam kuno o kalo le bela hanu sign. Ito lo be.
Ndulo bala.
Very good.
Mr. Danso, good morning.
No alphabet sang ako so manda very.
Isawa.
You are welcome
Morning.
back.
Ako bisi be seem like that.
Barakabaki.
Thank you.
You may proceed.
Good morning, Good morning to the commissioners and everyone present, represent secretary. Mr. Danso, how are you?
Danso, ako so na yun.
Abeja.
So we were discussing yesterday the issues regarding your relationship with the Staff Welfare Association of KMC and the former CEO.
Ako ni haklo na kan sa kunung laban tak mo men na wala mo itemo ining KMC wala Cardiff Municipal Council ila welfare staffs association.
To the specific issues regarding the bribery allegation.
Ako sa ni ajube diamo ko momenti wala mo duko mi alon ko yetu mi ala ko ketale.
Between you and the former CEO Senator Mario Sonko.
Wala mo ite fango kitemo ining ila CEO membe nuje kamen fo Senator Martin Sonko.
But before we proceed, we'll ask that you produce some documents yesterday.
Ako bardam limbe dum na kol kono folo nyinin karo menti sa wala kunung nga kalmo fo enu jang ko enyanta kay dol samala na. Yes.
Where are the documents?
Ako kay dol le nana talebo.
Nindol natale.
Yes, I came along with some of them.
Nindol mana.
But unfortunately, some of them are not.
Let's see the one you have.
Ako sign many people we will eat and
We apply tender certificate of business registration, Almond Real Estate Company Limited. Into evidence as evidence. And the memorandum of article of association of Almond Estate Real Estate Company Limited into evidence as evidence.
ako sign te kukila kay tol me ala ko famo menu di sa himba dundila commission to ka ke se dara moto ya mo se de jaro.
Bismillah.
Thank you.
A certificate of incorporation dated the 22nd of May 2019 for Almond Real Estate Company Limited, a business registration certificate also dated the 22nd day of May 2019. Memorandum and Articles of Association of Almond Real Estate Company Limited. These three documents are admitted in evidence together as exhibit, and they are marked as LDC/AD in brackets 1/KMC/002.
As the commission places. Now, so you had the land was given to you by the vendors for $2 million, the Kabila?
ako amunta ko san cheno mi alan ko membe bulu ye mendi la kabilo le adila amde aliye songo wala nangamo me alan ko nyanta jola wala inyanta jola men wala million fula. Correct?
Ha.
Yes. The answer.
Ha.
Yes.
How much or was your agreement with KMC for the purchase of the land?
Ako ite dung ini KMC albenta jelle la pro ni cheno nying ka wa fima.
Mbe puloto wafka KMC ma $60,000 isla.
I was selling this each plot of land for $60,000.
How many plots?
Ako plot jelle be
167.
167.
And that is 10 million.
Ako
$20,000.
1 million tang
Ulimwa.
William Wandin Saba.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you minus 2 million, you're going to have $8,020,000.
Ako amunta ko ni million fula bondi million tango kono abetula je million sei William Wa.
That's your profit.
Yes. Ako wala betula profit. Yes.
How many payments did you receive?
Ako jori jeli yemen sukebulu
from KMC altogether?
O wala joro be mi ala ka KMC jo ako jellem e jelle jo jellena.
Nto haimano sign there.
I cannot be able to say that offhand.
Roughly, about how much?
Ako asiseno kome jelu ka haima ana mangi exactly figure.
Almost 8 million or totally.
Almost 8 million. Gone.
Or more than that.
They paid you almost $8 million.
Ako jo men na tamida $8 million.
As you see out in a
It's more than that.
Now, before, did you pay the cabinet?
Ako kabilo menta mu kenoti ye jole ba.
You are?
Kabilo menta mu kenoti ako ye wol jole ba.
O make kunkujante.
No, that is not for the one in Kunkuja.
You see, don't bring the issue of any other land here.
Ako jam membe jankana chena dola kumu samana.
We are talking about the land that you had agreement with the welfare association.
Ako akamem for ten wala mu cheno me alon ko in welfare association albenta kan men.
Did you pay the Ture family?
Ako Ture family o kabilo ye jole ba.
Ni wole business on you but
I finished business with them.
Did you pay them the full money to $2 million?
Ako ila million for ye jole.
Ani major wala near business or terminate.
I did not pay them that amount because the business I have terminated the business.
Why is your termination?
Ako ila kay termination kay tole.
Termination title maybe in sasa ngagiwe.
Maybe if I go back I will search and check whether
how much did you pay them?
Ako jelle dundi ye jo jelle la.
Ngawuli kema sawa wuli tawulu dundi.
I paid 350,000.
350,000 to them.
Ako yo ya di tole ya jo Ture kuna.
Ngo jo tole ya.
Yes.
Nga bulldozer jo.
I paid that to them and I paid the bulldozer.
Nga KSTL fanajo.
I paid those with the chancellor.
I'm not asking you your other investment, what you did with the money.
Ako amenyi ninga ko do debas
I'm
jame.
asking you your relationship with the Ture family, those who gave you the land.
Itenin to the family kabilo mi alan ko wale cheno dila.
You gave $350,000?
Ako ye jo yuli saba yuli cheme saba wuli telu.
Nge jo wala ne.
Yes, that is what I have paid.
So you have gotten from KMC?
Ako ko do payment a KMC. Yeah,
Nge jo wala.
yes, that is
6th November, you were paid $200,000.
Ako November karo tilibu uoro ye jo wili mo.
Uli?
Cheme fula 200.
Yes.
Cheme fula wili cheme fula.
Uli came for yes.
Yes, that's
You
what
had about 8 payments made to you.
and ye jo menta da fosi sila sinya say.
Sinya say.
Yes,
Correct?
correct.
Yeah.
You were paid $200,000, $259,500, $262,000, $278,000, $279,000, $284,000. The list goes on. You receive more than $1 million.
Ako nyine mnanga molti akame be hay majang ako iko kodo ye bejo amdi yeme mutai bulula tata menta peta million kilin.
Before August 2021.
Ako wala August 2021.
Yeah.
Yes, still you only gave them $350,000.
Ako bara kono betu ite menjo kabilolo wala mo wili chebe saba wili talu.
Ni wale business o yung bondile.
I have, terminated the business.
Yun yung kodo menjo.
The monies that they pay,
Aka kodo be fote.
the monies you are talking about,
Odun tabla dola to.
that monies have been spent in a different way.
That's not true.
Ako man to ya.
Entirely spent, but you help on just misinforming the commission.
Ako phone na kita kuti me alam ko ibe jam after commission of field.
Did not terminate the contract.
Ako ite man contract ko ni terminate.
To the family terminated the contract. I got that document here.
Men tamu channel the whole family business on you terminate and you don't nga kaitol so janne. Men ko dan actually. Ako ni lafta nga itan la science.
Please show the.
But
Ako kaitol film nga itan dila.
Balinda formal ko wale ko.
But for myself, I told them that
Not a business or continent in Ola.
I cannot be able to go ahead with you.
Did you terminate the contract or did they terminate the contract?
Internal government design Allah business so Italy terminate bang for later.
Ntalo ko not a business or continent or business or terminate native.
I told them
The
that
formal of four.
I cannot go ahead with you in this
The
business.
formal of four.
Are you listening to yourself?
Ako for if I'm going to
Nkala moile.
yes, I do.
You want the business to be terminated. You went to tell them that they should terminate it. Why can't you terminate it yourself?
Ako
Are you the one?
Italy business or terminate and the kota ke iko Italy tata ya for Italy ko a business or terminate.
Ani inatan na office o kono.
No, they came to my office
Kabiring tata ulo kono.
when we went to the bush.
Nga ano fege smile coaster lagi.
I found one super cost.
All fana ko real estate on.
He had
All fana ko real estate net.
yes, they have another real estate.
Kabiring all tari konya kondola tamu yenti.
When I come across them, I found them there. They informed me that they own this land.
Nko e barnyuni wa finte fana man.
But I informed them that this land too was sold to me.
Nko internal tol bebe janne.
And we are all here.
Malla fika sela le kam.
And I don't want to tamper you.
Munum fana malla fal fane sela.
I don't want you to tamper me.
Nabe wala nyama.
It was like that.
Internal tol ma hajo solo.
Then between me, I have no business with you.
Nimme ngasa meni bulo kono.
The people I bought this land from,
Mbe kumandale na.
they are the people
Nga load bla cha kuwal.
to know exactly what is going to happen.
Kabiri na ngiye kumandi na tana office oro.
When I called them to my office,
Nga foyo ko.
I informed them that
Ntara ulo kono.
I went to the bush.
Mbe pe kulo la je.
I was just putting pegs therein.
Smile ko si antara je.
Smile Coast found me therein
Eko itol la tabu je.
and informed me that they own the land.
Yela kaito tandi na ka transfer.
They showed me the transfer papers.
Lungaje ko itol la follow je soro.
I realized that they get it before I do.
Ntana na la ba je soro.
Then I was the last person to get it.
Ko ma fo nyeko aliya wa fi wol male.
You never informed me that you have sold this land
Alna ta wa fi ndafa na.
and you sold the land to me.
So ndata business ho in sambaro.
So I cannot be able to continue this business with you.
Itol tata.
When they left,
Mr. Ture kwenye kombe business or terminate la.
Mr. Ture then informed me that he's going to terminate the business.
Ayaw kumala fonye ngai bisimila
Me and informed me, I agree.
ngai never business or terminate la fana.
Say whenever, if you are to terminate the business,
Nga do ko mbeke
the work that owed
ani nga polo ma advance al tolia
and the monies that I advanced to you,
alba be send la man.
you refund those monies to
You
me.
are changing the story.
But you
You said you called them and told them to terminate.
ila kumuliba falling kan natin.
Now you are saying
Ani
that
ina
terminate.
mbe wole na te ya.
I mean, they came to me.
you first said
Ako follow iko.
you went to the family
Itata to refa kabima ni kono.
and asked them to terminate the business.
Ya fue contract ko ni terminate.
Now you are saying
Ako sa kami for the whole
the student told you
whole na ko.
he will terminate the business.
Ako ture ko
Contract. And you now told you
and
if you are to terminate it, you must pay me my
and ye inata iko inata fa ko na travel ke la wato ila ko do adin de passe pay men ke je abamu.
It's which
Ako sa wo flow jumale. Kuma jumale lota.
Ntelo ko na ko do send na.
I told them to refund me my monies.
okay, go ahead. We have your termination. We are waiting for you to land. Go ahead.
Ako mbe pato
Now-
ka.
Now you ask them to terminate the contract.
Ako sa ni ka family ko
Nda fongola wo fo Ture telefono.
I said that to Ture. I
Amacha
to telephone.
nga telefone. Go ngine do kontata normal.
Doesn't mean that I went there, but I
Paul
told
asked Mr. Ture to terminate the contract.
Ha.
ako itali adin ka pra.
Telefono la fo Mr. Ture.
Yes, I informed him.
Mr. Ture mantra balure nga be dame do batara ngai.
That's the question.
Ako
Did
ni
you ask Ture to terminate the contract?
ako ni gamen na yo yabi. Ako itele kaya ko contract ko terminate.
telephone call.
Yes, it was a telephone call.
Did he terminate the contract?
Ako alabanta o kelabam?
I terminate kele.
Yes, we did.
What was his reason for terminating the contract?
Ako daliru jumala atina contract ko terminate.
Because ngamen tarandije.
Because the people I found on the
Ngawola fire ko no walter then wala ngata nyo saba kele.
that's the reason why I told them that I cannot be able to
That
be
is his reason. Now, when you asked him to terminate the contract and he wrote a letter to you to terminate the contract, what did he say in the letter?
ako sa kabri ite kaya ko sa contract ko ning atetano batu nga terminate ite sa terminate. Ako kabra terminate letter o safi. I mune for you.
I know for ye.
Yes.
No hakilo to manola.
I cannot remember.
Because
Ako mune asabu.
you know
Ako italo.
what you are saying is not true.
Ako fanga yalo na ko. Ika kalmo be me foja amang ko tonya.
It cannot be true.
Anda tikeno na tonya di fanam.
It is a lie.
Ako mu fanyalete.
Let me now show you the document.
Ako bata kaito itandi.
And you'll see the reason
Ako yaje daliro me atin.
for terminating the contract.
Puru contract ko ni ata terminate.
It only tells volume of you,
Ako
volume of you,
ibaje la ko come itela karola.
because it will confirm the fact. It will confirm the fact
Ako wobe senadro ke la wala wobe itandro ke la ko.
you are capable of going around bribing public officers.
Ako ba itan la ko tonya la ite fanan kata moti mi al ko ital tala le andila silo le kata official to ka official do kula ke Ibrahim mana ke dugu. Dukuro o mi hake itela do kula.
Na. Hello? Naja.
Do you recognize the document?
Ako kaito niya sutele.
Hanga kairo yesu.
Yes, I do.
Is that the termination letter from the Ture family?
Ako fonyi ne kata Ture family termination letter tiba.
Yen kaito nta main kaito yin ibe kaito sambalante na wato mena. Nyi manta record nga bala fa.
This paper or this document,
Yin dodo manta record nga bala.
when they brought this to me, this paper
Yin
was,
sabante na nyi manta record nga bala
those
fa.
writings on the
My
paper
friend,
was
bring the
not
document.
there.
Bring the document.
Nyi manta record nga bala.
Yes, don't worry.
Ako kana kudako.
Okay.
You said you took the Ture family to fraud squad.
Ako ite nata for Ture family kole ko.
Is that true?
Ako?
Yesterday you said you took the Ture family to fraud squad.
Ako ifi mole la for jam ko Ture kabilo ye somebody frost.
Need a frost squad.
Yes, we went to the
You
frost.
said you took them to fraud squad.
Ani mafo ndenge sabayere. Ah. Okay. Okay.
I did not say that I took them to the frost squad.
Now who took who to fraud squad?
Ako juma some frost squad.
Urale samba frost
It
squad.
was Ture who took me to the frost squad. Ako hamka.
That's the issue.
Ako nyine musilo.
You misled the commission yesterday when you said you took them to fraud squad.
Ako kununde yentol filindi janele bayre family afa jam ko itele wol samba frost squad.
Ngabara mana kumomo ile
I mean,
baru.
you don't hear me well.
Unko Urale samba frost squad. Need a frost squad.
Ture took me to frost squad.
Why did he
We went to
fraud squad?
Ako sa Allah ta frost squad adali ro muneti na ay sambaje.
Urungana kolo solo.
Pro
Yena kolo senima.
so that they can reform me the money.
Urungante ngambulo fata cheno yim.
So that I can leave the land.
Why did Ture take you to fraud squad?
Amuna atin na Ture ite samba frost squad.
Urungkana ta cheno yim to
So that
correct.
I leave the land, not let me not go to the land.
That's not the issue of fraud squad.
Ako man ka frost squad.
I can go to the police station nearby.
Ako tumo ni wala mo ati abang jara futa jamta police station.
Fraud squad because them just fraud.
Ndata kunjuru station oto ne.
Ni aje alta da fraud squad adali ro menti wala mu tapala ya ko wala wuli faje wuli fundi taje.
Ayen saba kunjuru la follow no.
Wait a minute. They took fraud squad because there's implication of fraud.
Ako dali ro me na e samba fraud squad wala ko dali ro bigele wala asenata le ko e tapala ya le tama.
Because you were paid monies by the welfare association and then you never really accounted all those monies to the family.
Ako bayri ini men be nyola business la woli ejo kodo la wo kodo ni inene mo wodi
You want to-
ko chenetiol.
You want to deny that? We can call the fraud squad.
Ako
Ani
trabe o so so la.
amache ko ngadi nai.
Na trabe o so so la jam.
Bari ngapale ngame foture. Nda yunna kodo di no la while sale ket kodo muta modo bloko.
Yes. Honorable interpreter.
I don't hear him. Bismillah.
Nko.
I said so.
Nta kodo dile ture, nta kodo dile ture, but no wanga kodo diala. Nka nta kodo dile because of modol la fana ya wa wala.
Today request me to pay him money, and I said to him that no, I cannot.
Nka nta kodo dile la. Wala na in sama front squad.
Exactly.
This is the reason why he took me to front squad.
Because I was model la follow.
Because you have sold the land to other people.
No, he took you to first squad because there's an allegation of fraud. The idea that you took monies from the welfare association, you sold the land, you never really paid them the full amount.
Ako dalilo menti wole ko ite tapale ale tamande je because ye kodo ta estate ol bulu beru nyanta e sanna andi manna kodo di tol la kablo la men ko tol le tamu cheno.
Wait a minute.
Ako ndamoy.
Wait a minute, just hear me out. And I had warned you.
Ako andundu a fo ne ko.
You lied about that.
Ako eto ye wuli ale fo je wala
Fight the first squad.
ye fanya for first squad.
Bring the files.
Ibe file ol sambala na.
Allegation against you.
Ta ye tumi menna.
You let know I will do that. And if it is proven that you are lying,
Ako ni wona take ko ida taje ko tonyale mu itebe fanyala ja.
we will not hesitate to make an application
Ako hana sanje ata hawje la fa isaje ko asidani ko commissioner la.
for perjury,
Por ko pajori wala ka mo fu me yana ko amansoto.
and we will apply.
And wo
And you will be
iwaji na ko.
prosecuted for it.
Luwa bela le kame ise chitin no ko.
Is that not true?
Ako fama ko nyama.
Koma munake.
Ye fane afo jang ako ise apply no sanje ye file samana ya justice ko tonya na kame be fo jang frost war ya tan ko aman soto.
That the idea, the truth is that you were taken to first squad because the allegation was you never disclosed the full amount.
Ako bari
It
ni
was paid to you.
ni ajube wala ko frost squad dalo me sambaje and me fota je wala me tapale ala ke bari ko do mi ala ko yemem tay bulo la e jo men na adi ko do me tan nyun la abanka kilinti me jo ila ko do la.
Mambala wala ne.
I don't deny that.
No, is it true or not?
Ako aketale bang fo aman soto.
Mu yen sama front squad mena mera kodo dile. O mu tonya de yen sama front squad mera kodo dile.
They took me to first squad because I don't pay them their money.
Simple. Let me now read you the letter
Ako iba to sign a letter in from Karayo.
written by Lamin K. Ture and family in
Ako
village,
Lamin Ture anala kabilo wale asafe mi alako wolbe julfili.
West Coast region.
Maybe so eprika bango.
To you, ALIEU DANSO, CEO, Almot Real Estate.
Andung ya asafe mela wala mento ya la wala mu ite ALIEU DANSO wala mu Elmot Real Estate.
It says, we the above mentioned name
Andung jele na rafa ko itol dol mi alako itol beje.
hereby terminated the contract we had between you
Ibijele wala mu contract ko mi alako adi bete tema ifele ba akuntuka wala ba tamnet ka.
regarding the agreement about land at Kunkujang village.
Wala mu ale Alberta kanto menna pour cheno membe ko kujal sato.
It came to our notice
Bara inata kalam tako.
that the information that you had been giving us
Ay tel ka chibarol men fo itoli.
about KMC Staff Welfare Association
Wala mu KMC la welfare staff association.
are not paying you money since you got an agreement with them.
Wala mu ko ika fo ne ko wolu man ko do mejo ko do la kabri ni wol benta karta.
It's false.
Ako ma wo man na ke kuma lori ngoti.
We knew that the KMC Staff Welfare Association had already paid you
Wala ta kalam tale ko wala ya fanya me wala mutonna ta kalam ta ko KMC welfare association staff wali ete jole foi pare.
over $2 million
And ye jo men na tamita million fulala.
$100,000.
Yuli chebe kili.
These are the mode of payment from KMC Staff Welfare Association.
Nyinde mu kodoti wala jor nyame alan ko KMC welfare association staff association ya.
First payment
Ako jori follow.
that was paid to you
Mi alan ko yete jo wala.
6 November 2020,
Wala November karo aitili woro 2020.
$200,000.
Wili cheme fula.
The second payment,
Ako cheme jori fula nyama.
7th December 2020,
Wala December karo tili woro wala 2020.
$209,500.
Ako wili cheme fula wili town kononto wili town dudu anin kononto.
Third payment,
Ako sabanyamo.
24th December 2020,
Ako December karo de tili muang anin nani 2020.
$262,000.
Ako-
$262,500.
Wili cheme fula wili taworo anin fula cheme lulu.
The fifth payment,
Ako dori lulu jango.
3rd March,
Ako March karo tili saba.
no, sorry,
Ako heka to jeni.
yes, 3rd March 2021,
Ako March karo tili saba 2021.
$279,166.
Ako wili cheme saba wili tang woro anin kononto chemefula
31st March 2021,
ako March karo tili tansaba anin killing
$279,136. 60 bottles.
Willie chemefula Willie tank warawla anin kononto chemefula bututu waro
7th March 2021,
ako March karo kabra tili warawla soto 2021
$284,460. 70
ako Willie chemefula Willie tank say anin fula bututu tawara anin fula
June 15th of June 2021,
ako June karo tilitang anin lulu 2021
$285,906. 70 bottles.
ako Willie cheme fula Willie ta lulu anin kononto cheme lulu
It says after receiving all this amount of money from the KMC Staff Welfare Association,
ako ina ata nyine foje ko kabri ni kodo be soto wala ya ejo wala menu KMC Staff Welfare Association
you had only given us $350,000.
ako kodo kono ite menjo wala ya yemen di itol bulu wala tata fo Willie cheme saba Willie ta lulu
Only with endless stories.
ako kaboto sain kuma kalanta ngon torong
Since the family knew exactly what had happened between you and KMC,
ko barade kabri wala ta kalam tamen tamata ite ni KMC tema
KMC Staff Welfare Association,
wala KMC Staff Welfare Association
and had waited for so long so as for you to settle us our money,
andu amenta ko wolbe siride ameta libe batu kan pour saje ko yela ko dojo
and still now nothing.
ako hadi sa imam fenjo imam fenge
We are not taking our land. We are taking our land back from you,
ko sa inde din kumude ila cheno fele ba busila igulu
and the parties involved will be informed as soon as possible.
ako andu momo melon ko adabi je wala me an ko fenso je ba kalam tan dal hanate me
Yours faithfully, Lamin Keturi and family.
ako jela nata fako atela min touré anala kabilo wala na dimbayal
They copied the SO, the station officer, Gunjur Police Station.
ako ya copy o ni wala kaito safe do di Gunjur station officer la
They informed the Alcalo, Gunjur Kungujang village,
andu alkalo men Gunjang sato to ya kalam tan dile
and the KMC Staff Welfare Association.
andum fana ini men business la men ko kanem fin welfare association yol fana kalam tan
Ngalo exactly what happened.
ako nyine kada nyine kuma kangol
Not
tudia
denying any part here.
ako sa ni kuma kangol fo fenne bi men soso
fende yenga men soso
I deny no part
bari kuma kawanye Babukar ndege safe
but this written by Babukar
because you man nan tan no makai
Very irrelevant.
ngamen jo
ako
you
kamen
man
sa
tan ngene kawal
ako kamen sa ka ni membe kere man nyota hanfen
Very irrelevant.
ako man nyota hanfen na fata ni kamen sa
You acted dishonest.
ako
Very dishonest.
ide yemen tamandi je wala mu ye jigla tay mo le jigla tay
It shows you are a very dishonest person.
ako man tili banke moti mi an ko tili ndabari tili mbali abale tamandi ja
But it's your business with the sellers.
ako nyine keda itela safaro ti wala business odi ne men be wafiro men ka
If you can do this,
andu ide ninke
you had more than $8 million is profit.
ako ite itatala fo ko do soto be ko ila profito atata fo million sei
It only makes sense that you can bribe people $1 million.
ako sa wo fi tan no je han million ko fo sadi no mola ka du
So the idea that there was issue of bribery between you and Senabu for $1 million is
ako sa ni mo wala miro men je wala ko ngol men fota ko ite ni sene bute ma yudu ko kele men data fo million kele
true.
ako tonale
The idea that you left $30,000 in her office,
ako ila yitandiro wala me men kata je ko do mi alon ko yatu ala office do men data fo mili tansaba
whether you gave it to her personally
ako fo ya du ngatale bulu
or you left it there,
fo ya tu buje
she used the money
pour ka ate ko do ta
you offered bribe to a public office.
ako amuta ko itele tata a public officer ka atuku
She accepted bribe from you.
aka fanan nata song ila dukuro la
That is a fact.
ako fenne lori wona won
But you turned around and went to the mayor
ako ba han sai man danje itata meyo ya
and you informed the mayor about the $30,000.
ako andi fota meyo ya kibaro fa ko $30,000 so bije wili tanto ako fa man ko nyalo
to nyala mu
that is true
ndama Senabu dugu 30,000 ola
I don't bribe Senegal
Senabu yenda kuman la kabita Senegal
Senegal called me and informed me that he
akonga fu wuli tansabola
and he appealed to me so that I can
naga wuli
You had already said that.
ako yo for me just
just hope that the commissioners will accept your story.
Ako fo isa mo na commissioner ile din kalango kuma kalantong.
I am telling you, your story doesn't make sense.
Aka kami tanda jang ilang mansalo be na fata.
Because the person you even gave the money to
Ako ba kodo ya di men na.
accepted using the money.
Ako asontale ka kodo ta.
But say definitely give it along those lines.
Ako kodo dito karon.
So your story is not
Bar mo ko
Jang ife mo fen faja uban na faso.
habar mo nta man sena budu.
I don't bribe her.
Sena ko nga fule.
She told me.
Ko wala ke wala bu na statement o wala.
That is my state.
That's okay. Let's move on.
Ako
You went to the mayor and you informed the mayor about your relationship with Martin about the $30,000.
ako je inata boje itata meyo ya inata kaitan na ko imenta mata ni sele bu tema wala mu ye militant sabalati.
What did you tell the mayor?
Ako muna na yo for meyo.
Ndamanta mewa ya kuru ka fa ko sena bu ya na 30,000 ota.
I don't go to the mayor.
Nteni sena ube nyola.
Him that Senegal, I have given Senegal 30 million.
Nteni sena ube nyola ne kuru ka ina 30,000 odina.
I was with Senegal so that I can have my 30,000.
So mewa wala kala muda. Ndamanta mewa fa wala dokumenti.
That is how he became aware.
Ay gini
Mayor, it was Mayor
ka mune keda. Mewa
who requested me to go there, asked me what happened.
kabira ngini ka ngafa sena wiyo kodola tambulo kana kabira Senegal nana ta seni.
When he asked me, I told him that Senegal borrowed me monies.
Ngano kodola ngini ka bulo kono.
That is the monies I asked her to refund.
Sena ka wan kolo so da be mendila.
She said she have no money to refund.
So mewa na ta fonya wala ko sa abula ba mbe ko nya handula.
Then their mayor advised me to just take it easy. He will handle everything.
So why you went to the mayor?
Ako for if I'm yakala mayor tinatata mayor ya.
Because you had an issue for subsequent payments to be made to you.
Ako bari ye kule soto me alon ko hajo me alon ko kodo joro nyanta kala nyanta ka kodo dila wala nyanta.
You wanted to be paid about $4 million.
Ako ilafta dum puru ye jo million nani la.
You went to her office.
Itata la office.
They told you there is no money.
Wo ko yene ko kodi to jam.
You also had to sort out your documents.
Ako fadang anata fo ko nyanta kay tol dala.
And to get your money,
Ako puru kodo soto.
you had to offer bribe.
Ako amunta ko fuye.
That is exactly what happened.
Ako men wala kita.
And when you offered bribe,
Ako kabri
bribe, it was taken.
Kodo nyinta.
The money was used.
Kodo nya domo.
When what you wanted could not happen,
And we tell us that men aman
you
so
wanted your money back.
now tomorrow la fila kodo la. Ako akita wala nya.
Very simple.
Ako ko kaya so na telephone.
Ndama sena budu.
I don't bribe Senabu.
Sena ubunda na mang kodu kuma foka be million dila na.
Senabu, I have never.
Kodo yi muntala kodo.
The monies are mine.
Because he be jokan.
They were paid.
Nene te kodo konta ye na kodo la.
That monies is my money.
Man sena udondo kodo la.
I don't borrow her money.
Sena bulanda fu kodo la kabita Senegalis Friday.
She borrowed me money.
Abinala Sunday na ada Sunday.
Told me that he's going to Senegal on
Tuesday ngana la office or I na kodo din.
back. She will be back on Sunday and Tuesday. Let me go there to
Do you
get my monies.
do you know Babucarr? Babucarr Sanyang. Of course you know Babucarr Sanyang.
Ako e Babucarr Sanyang Lord neba.
BABUCARR SANYANG alone ne.
Yes, I do.
He explained to the commissioner also in his statement. He said, the third page,
Ako afanan la statement of yang I meant for akuma sabanyang kumo I meant for kait sabanyang oto.
third paragraph.
Ako wala mong kalma sabanyang.
After 3 months payment, after 3 to 4 months payment to the CEO called me and told me
Ako kabri joro kita karifula saba nani yang OCU akuma nika fire ko.
that we had engaged Mr. Danso about the documentation because he was the one who said that after 3 to 4 months payment, he would do these changes, and I called Mr. Danso to inform him.
Ako jeles yo na rafa ko sa nyantamen kala wala mong danso ka tonga muta isaje ko. Asi kaitol dada habari afangole afo jampu atebe o kaitol dada la karis kili saba nani jampon.
That the CEO told me what the CEO told me, but he told me that the monies are very small to make those changes, and he will even need a loan of $4 million from the Welfare Association.
Ako je si dada asiyo na tamen fa wala ko kodo mi alam ko yeme mendi tela ko kodo do atale. ite fango ibela film menda wala ibela film menda wala ko ibina je pour ni kasha ise do million nani la.
And I told him that we are not having that amount of money, and the monies that we are paying him is from the monthly deductions of staff.
Ako jela nata fa ko ha dede ngambe for Mr. Danso wala ko ndol ko dol bulu jam. Ko do fango mi alan kon ka jo men na amunta ko welfare staff wala joro ila salary ka kuntu wolto ka jo wala.
But let him write to the CEO, which he did.
Ako bot isi safero ke no ya safe ya CEO pura account anda nata safero ke.
Because I was later given 2 letters by CEO from Danso.
Ako jele anata fa ko CEO mo letter flat diala mi alan ko abota Mr. Danso le ya.
One was an amount of 4 million, and the other was 3.5 million.
Ako kilingo ni wala mo million nani godong 5 million nani chemelulu mili lulu.
Is that
Mili chemelulu.
did you write?
Ako fa wala o safe ba.
Ndani Babucarr mo fafa.
I don't discuss that with bank.
Did you write?
Ako fa safero ke.
Hanga safero kele.
Yes, I do.
Did you write requesting for $4 million?
Ako safero ke le kanini kare ke puri di 4 million o dida.
Nga safero kele puri ya kodo dina for 1 year ikana jo.
I wrote to them and I told
Nga safero ka because
they
can jo la karo kari.
they can give me money and it will take them to 4 years without paying me.
Can jo karo mena.
They were paying me months or the months they paid.
Ndalo ko ko alala jo ka ALIEU dina for 1 year.
Told them that now you will just put monies together for 1 year and give it to me.
Ndani sena buda dia buda wall.
This is the discussion I did with Senem.
That is not my question.
Ako amenyi ni kawan.
You understand?
Ako yafa.
The sooner you stop, when I ask you one question, you go round circles for your answer, it's better for you. When I ask you, did you write to request for $4 million?
Ako nyini ngaro amenyi na nyini ngamena ye ujabi. Ako fue safero kele bang me fenge akaita na ako sulata million nani la.
Jumaya
Ku Babucarr.
Did you write requesting for $4 million?
Ako fue safero kele bang kanyini karo ke.
nga safero ka kana staff welfare yes.
Yes, I wrote to the staff welfare. Yes.
You requested $4 million.
And ila safero to eme nyini ngaje kulisimenti la wale million nani.
Nga safero ke men kama wala mwingine ko ye million nandi ne kana jo for 1 year.
Yes, the reason why I just wrote.
Nga wala safe.
So did you write requesting for payment of $4 million?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
simple as. Was it paid to you?
Ako fue yo na.
Honey.
No.
It was never paid.
Ako
Honey.
yo.
And you needed the money.
Ako isula nung kudola. Yes.
And it was never paid.
Ako
yo.
We're trying to bribe people and you bribed.
Ako nyinne atina nung ye kato beke kuka multuku ame ang rinato.
And because when you get money, it was never, what you wanted was never done.
Ako kabriyo tuko ke ilaftanun menne hamo mendi woman na soto kote ke woman ke.
You had to go to the mayor.
Ako tumo tata mayo ya.
Frame it. And frame it
And you kafri sota je la kumakamo dada.
in such a way
Puru nyama.
as if it is a loan that you gave out.
Puru kafoko ye doltoro le kai.
You see your act of dishonesty.
Ako ya jele ila tilimbali ya kitanya.
Ndaman dugu kede.
I don't bribe.
What you have done is an offense.
Ako ye menke woni lua manta lua tonye.
You cannot encourage people like you going around bribing public officers.
Ako e baja ko molde to la wala yo ke ma ko wala kas ke sembentu ya ekata murum ka fso ke di gundu.
And we can't accept people with public office as well.
Ako fanam ko sonna wala mi ala ko do gulala mi ala ko jamala do gulala mu ka men for public officer ko mol ka private dealer wala ke do.
That's all, Jeff. This witness, unless there are pictures.
Mr. Danso,
Wait, Mr. Danso.
are you still doing business with KMC?
Ako hani sa ini KMC albe business wala no?
The business owner.
Yes, we are.
Have you given them the land that you promised to give them?
Ako keno mi alon ko ye la hidi men ko ba dile la. Ako fo yo kele ba?
Nga keno dinale.
Yes, I gave them the land.
Yeah, tele staff sold them.
And it was been demarcated among their staffs.
Mobe la number soto.
All they have their numbers.
Dolbe la ya dadakane.
Still, some of them are even erecting their young.
Barina kolo mabanjola ni KMC tema alisai.
my monies are not liquidated from the KMC staff still now.
Please bring us evidence
Ako sa yes sir.
valid agreement with KMC
Wala mo kango mi ang kalpenta kanto penta.
created the required number of plots
Andun fana yung chenol men di la nang
contracted with you.
ananga mo mi along ko ini wole memfo. Chenol nanga mo ro aning alipenta kanto penta.
And the title document of the property.
Andun fana kaitol me ay tan ko
It's owned by the company.
mi along ko company atela company le tamu. Kaitol me ay tan ko alla company le tamu chenoti ako sulata wala fa.
To Monday,
Ako sa ante ko kelambe tula fo e be la fo tenelungo.
you will bring us this document.
So lungo le bina yo kaitol sama. Yamo.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So
Apa baraka bagu.
we will hope to see you when you bring your document.
Ako fo tenelungo ni na tay kaitol sama.
Okay.
Very well.
At this time.
Na ko ise mula no ita.
Please fall in the next.
Kindly take your seat, Mr. Witness. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this commission of the inquiry, may I remind you once again that you are still on the oath before I hand over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, I hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Sanyang.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Yes, you're welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you very much, Chairperson. Mr. Sanyang,
Yes, Council.
just to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
The first is in relation to Mr. ALIEU DANSO.
Yes.
You had an agreement as a staff member association with Mr. DANSO, correct?
Yes.
And the CEO at the time had to guarantee to the bank in relation to the loan you had to take, correct?
With who? ALIEU DANSO?
Ajib Bank.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Now, Mr. Danso testified here, the commission, and he explained the relationship between those who are to sell the land to the family. Have you met them before?
Yes, I did.
Before your agreement with Mr. Danso?
No, after the agreement.
Before payments were made to him or not?
After the payments were made to him. Some payments.
Some payments. Did you
Yes.
verify the documents that Mr. Danso had?
Yes, Mr. Danso, gave us a land document.
What kind of land?
An Alcalo transfer.
An Alcalo transfer.
Yes, an Alcalo transfer was given to us, and then a physical planning document that the land is under agricultural use.
Yes.
Yes.
You discussed the issue of the agricultural use?
Yes, we discussed it with him. We told him that it's under agriculture and he need to change it to residential. But he was complaining that.
Was that done?
Sorry?
Was that done at any point in time?
to change it to residential.
Yeah.
That was never done.
And why would you continue to pay him money if it was never done?
That was the reason why we later even stopped his payments.
But even making payments in the first place, why would you make payments in the first place?
Yeah, he was complaining that he was not having money. So
Documents were not proper. Why would you want to tie the staff, the people that you lead, to an engagement that is not really proper?
yeah, we believe because this is a duration of at least 3 years.
Yes.
So we told him that within 3-4 months, at least let the documents be, changed so that at least the staff can.
Have you had any relationship with Mr. Danso in relation to you talking to him, calling him to inform him or to solicit bribery of $1 million on behalf of Senator Martin? So
Never.
he explained that you did.
That wasn't right. That was not true.
That was not true.
No.
But how would anyone believe that? Because you are the interface between Senator Martin and Mr. Danso.
Yes, because Senator Martin is not paying Danso, or the council is not paying Danso.
Yes.
It's the welfare that is paying Danso. So
who authorized the payment? Who does the deduction?
The deduction is the council.
The
council is deducting staff.
And who's the CEO at the time?
Yes, these are salaries.
It's the CEO who authorizes those deductions.
Yes, Senator was the CEO.
So if she does not authorize deduction, it will not be paid.
No, what I mean, the payment can be made through the welfare, but when
you don't have the money.
So, excuse me, council. What I'm trying to explain is, when staffs are deducted from their salary,
yes,
those monies are paid to the welfare.
Yes.
And then it's the welfare that is paying now Mr. Danso.
But who authorizes deduction?
Yes, it's the CEO.
Exactly. So Senator is a very pivotal player in this whole agreement. You're correct.
Okay.
In your statement, you said that let me count pages. Sorry, in your statement, the third page, the last paragraph, you had said that after 3 to 4 months payment, the CEO called me and told me that we had to engage Mr. Danso about the documentation because he was the one who said that after 3 to 4 months payment, he would do these changes, and I called Mr. Danso to inform him that the CEO told me, but he told me that those monies are very small to make those changes, and he will even need a loan of $4 million from the Welfare Association. I told him that we are not having that amount of money, and the monies that we are paying him is from the monthly deduction of staff, and let him write to the CEO, which he did. So you had a communication relationship with Mr. Danso.
The only relationship I had with Danso was pertaining to this land issue. Apart from that, I don't have any.
But that's what we're discussing right now. You have a communication relationship with Mr. Danso.
Yes, normally we had communication with him.
Yes.
And then yes, he was asking for I think twice loans.
Yes.
That he wants us to give him those loans. And
yes,
we categorically told him that we are paying you from the deduction, and that will be by end of every month. And that was what we were doing.
But his claim is you also had been requesting for monies for your own personal benefit.
That had never happened.
But how would we believe your own story against him when you don't want to accept his own story?
There is no evidence, or there is nothing that ALIEU DANSO can bring out that we have.
Why? Because you are never recorded. Is that the case? People have to be recorded to be able to have evidence against them. The issue is you must act within your official capacity, and you must be doing actions that would suggest that you are acting in good faith. You had dealt with Madam Father.
Yes.
Subsequently.
Yes.
You went to Senator Martin to her house.
Yes.
On 2 occasions.
Yes.
Sometimes in the evening.
Yes.
For official transactions.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
The reason was Madam Fane was telling us she was very busy.
Yes.
And then she could not make it for us to, meet during the day.
Yes.
So it is only in the evening that she will be free.
Yes.
That we can go and meet her.
Yes.
So I informed the president.
Yes.
Who was staying in Birkama.
Yes.
So he said Birkama is very far. our vice president is just around Fajikunda. So let's,
Sanyang,
yes.
was there any meeting with respect to the executive that they have agreed that they will send you a treasurer together with whosoever is to go and meet Madam Fana?
Yes, we informed the executive.
Where is the minutes of the meeting?
Definitely.
That authorizes you to go beyond official hours to meet the Senate.
There was no meeting, but the executive they knew about it. That is why the president, you know,
Agree?
yeah, of course they agree. That is why well, if the president is contacted, he can justify that because
even if the president says so, meetings of minutes are evidence of actions that are to be taken. Do you understand that?
okay,
Even if the president says so, it will not validate your actions because it would only perhaps suggest that he himself as well is part of the conspiracy. Do you understand that? The idea, the fact that people would even do official things would suggest that you wanted a personal benefit. And that is what he is saying. That's what he's saying, the same thing. You went to the house of Fana, it seems to be a practice after official hours.
yes.
So that's what they're saying, the same thing too, that you ask for money.
I have never went to visit Danso in this house.
But he make allegations.
I have never asked money from Danso.
When you land, did he inform you, or did Senator inform you that there is an issue of $35,000 that Mr. Danso gave to Senator?
Yeah, that was later that Senator called me and told me that Danso, you know, left, you know, money in his office.
Later,
in her office.
Later asked and when?
Just before our issue came.
Yes.
Yes.
And then what was your reaction?
Well, I didn't. Initially, I told her, "Did you return the money?" And she said she tried to force Danso to took the money, but Danso left the money in her office.
Yes. Was the money ever returned?
No, she said she never returned the money.
Sad.
Yes.
Anyways, that's not for this witness.
So sorry, I supposed to
bring documents.
Yes.
You have them.
So not all of them, but some of them. Yes. Yes, Councillor.
We admit the documents. You have said in, but before we go to page, your pages are not numbered, but I just numbered this one. I'm going to ask you a question on page 6, but for now, have Mr. Danso honored the agreement between the Staff Welfare Association and this company?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I said, did Mr. Danso honor the agreement which is between the staff welfare and his company?
Until the time we were removed, those agreements were not honored. But still, some of the staffs are complaining that they did not receive their land. Some of them will even come to me, but I will inform them that I am no more part of the executive, so there is nothing that I can do about it.
So you have no idea of what is going on now with respect to the land issues?
I
Staff?
had one of my auntie who is part of those who are benefiting from this land, and she saw me a certificate, because I will call that a certificate that Danso give them. So it was just a mere certificate from Almond to the individual beneficiaries.
Now, yes, you are not part of the executive, but don't you think somebody has to take responsibility in making sure that the deductions that have been made from staff
Yes.
is either they have their land given to them or they make Mr. Danso to pay for these monies, which will be refunded to the staff whose monies were deducted monthly over the years.
Yes, Madam Chair, I think that is the responsibility of the current executive to do that, because they are the one directly now paying, or they are the one paying ALIEU DANSO these monies. So it's their responsibility to make sure that these staffs get their claims.
So as at the time you people left the management of the KMC Staff Association,
Yes.
you have said at page 6, your last paragraph,
Yes.
you have said that Mr. Danso connived with some unscrupulous management of KMC.
Yes.
And accused the CEO. What do you mean when you said this? I was reading verbatim what you said.
Yes.
In that line.
Yes.
What do you mean when you said that?
Yes, the reason why I said that was, in the first place, Mr. Danso was lying against this Senab, because initially he said Senab solicited a bribe, and then 30,000 was given to her, and then that was even used against Senab when the mayor was writing to the minister and then the Inspector General of Police.
But sorry to intervene. He just finished testifying. He said Senabu never solicited bribe. He loaned Senabu 30,000, which Senabu refused to pay.
That's where the contradiction is. Because if you look at those letters, the mayor himself wrote and said that Senabu solicited bribe from ALIEU DANSO. And then now ALIEU DANSO is denying that Senabu had never solicited bribe from him. So it's really contradicted. And based on those allegations that General Council meeting was summoned, and then it was based on our loan, and then that 30,000 bribe allegation.
Now, at what point did Senabu stop the deduction of the salaries to be paid to the Staff Welfare Association?
No, the deduction of the salaries. Okay, that was after 8 months. It was stopped, because what happened was the land that he gave us at Kachume, it's supposed to be 190 plots of land. So when I went on the ground with with our vice president, we went to do this demarcation with one of our staffs, that's the deputy director of planning, Mr. Seu Sonko. When we did those demarcations, we realized that it was only 160 plots of land that we'll be able to, acquire in that place. So we later told him that it's not possible, because the agreement is 190 plots. So you need to allocate us another 30 plots of land. That is the reason why he later moved us to Kitty, whereby we were going to get another 30 plots from Kitty 30 and then Kachume 160 to make it 190. But Mr. Danso was not telling us actually the truth. We later found out that, in fact, before he bought, or before, in fact, he did not bought the land. He was just a middleman. The family gave it to him at a tune of $2 million, and then he came to and gave it to us 60,000, per plot. Later, the family came to the office and they were asking for me, and I met with them. That is Lamin Ture and the two brothers. And they said Mr. Danso is not paying them, and Mr. Danso is accusing that, or is saying that we, the welfare, we are not the one paying him monies. That's why he cannot pay the family. Which I told them that was not the case. Every end of the month we are paying Mr. Danso. So I brought all the receipts that Mr. Danso gave us. So I think later he went and paid them 350,000. And we later understand that the family, there was an issue. The family sold the land to one real estate called Smiling Coast, but those Smiling Coast too, they failed to pay the family. There was a blank, so the family decided to cancel that business and then deal with Danso, believing that Danso will pay them their money. So during this suspension, that the family later gave me this a copy of the termination of contract and told me that if at all we, the welfare, can deal with them directly, they will terminate the contract with ALIEU DANSO and then continue with us. But now the price will change. Instead of 2 million, they will make it 4 million. And every end of month, then we will be paying them. So I told them that for me, I'm suspended. I don't have any access to the office. I will not be able to do that.
Do you know whether they contacted this new welfare association?
No, I don't think they never contacted them. They don't.
But Mr. Danso has just testified that he's doing business with the welfare association.
Yes,
As we speak.
Yes, Mr. Danso continued with the welfare association. I mean, the family that gave the land to Mr. Danso. They never contacted the welfare.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much.
All right.
You can present the documents. You can admit.
Apply to the following document. First is a letter from ALIEU Real Estate Company to KMC Staff Association requesting for $3 million advance payment. Second is a letter from KMC Finance Manager 1, DANSO BABUCARR SANYANG, with the heading job description. Third is a letter from Senator Marin Sonko, addressed to the Honorable Minister, Local Government, Regional Government and Regional Affairs, Minister of Lands, Regional Government and Regional Affairs. We have another letter from Senator Marin Sonko addressed to the Honorable Minister, the Constitution of the KMC Staff Association, have an invoice from ALIEU Real Estate. I have a temporal redeployment addressed to the Assistant Rate Manager and KMC Staff Association. The address to the CEO. We respect to a task force for allocation of plots of land signed by the General Secretary. And what is this list for, Mr. Saya? Yeah.
Yes.
Finance list.
Yes, this was the list that we were talking about the last time I submitted those lists, and then you said there was no indication for the AGM.
Yes.
Yeah, it's part of that one is page 1. That is part of it.
But how would we know that you did not write this overnight?
I did not.
Write this overnight.
If no, because if you look at the handwriting itself,
I cannot know that.
you know.
We'll have it. I'd like to have it updated, but
Yes.
I mean, I do not know the weight that will be attached to it. It doesn't have any signature on against the names as well. The list is dated the 2nd of April 2021, and all evidence as exhibits.
Yes, and a copy of the agreement between the welfare and ALIEU DANSO to see.
Let's present one. Last is the agreement document between Almond Real Estate and the Staff Welfare Association.
Mr. Sanyang, the attendant list that is dated the 2nd of April 2021 is not attached to any document. Which document is this?
You know, last time when I came, I tendered some of the lists. So I left this one behind. This was part of it.
Which was it? Which of the documents?
It was the list for the AGM. We were having.
The Staff Welfare.
Yeah, yes.
Voucher dated the 22nd of April 2019 from Almond Real Estate. It is addressed to the Canfield Municipal Council. A letter dated the 2nd of November 2023 it is a letter through the Director of Finance addressed to the Deputy Director of Finance. This is from the Assistant Rates Manager 2, copied to the Lord Mayor, Establishment and Appointment, Committee Chair, Director of Administration, Internal Audit Director, Rates Manager, and Finance Manager 1, with the caption Temporal Redeployment. A letter dated the 13th of February 2023 from Senator Martin Sonko, Chief Executive Officer, BABUCARR SANYANG, and Mam Kababas, Supervisor Debt Collection, and BABUCARR SANYANG is Assistant Rates Manager. It is addressed to the Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs. And it has the caption, recommendation for an interdictment of Senator Martin Sonko and Co. to proceed on administrative leave. It is signed by Senator Martin Sonko, BABUCARR SANYANG, and Mam Kababas. It is copied to the Honorable Minister, Ministry for Lands and Regional Government, Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Lands and Regional Government. And a letter from Senator Martin Sonko, BABUCARR BABUCARR SANYANG, and Mam Kababas, addressed to the Honorable Minister with the caption, denial of entry into the council premises. It is signed by Senator Martin Sonko, BABUCARR Deputy Director of Compliance, BABUCARR SANYANG, Assistant Risk Manager, and Mam Kababas, Supervisor Debt Collection. It is copied to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs. These documents are admitted together as exhibits in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BS/KMC/009.
As Commission, please.
Sorry, I have additional documents that we need to take. Mr. Sanyang, we will give you this because when we admit this single document, we are not referring it to the, so you will do a cover note and indicate that this is pursuant to the already admitted document, and you explain which document it is and you sign it. So when you come back, we will admit this document so that we can relate it to the document that we have already admitted in evidence.
Okay, Madam Chair.
All right?
Thank you. Yes.
You've also submitted the rates schedules guide.
Yes.
There is no stamp, there is no signature. How would we know that this is what you are operating on? There's nothing indicating. It's just we can give you also this one.
Okay.
And indicate that it is coming from the rates office because
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. The Constitution of the Staff Welfare Association the KMC Staff Welfare Association letter dated the 15th of October 2020. It is addressed to the Chief Executive Officer. It has the caption, Task Force for Allocation of Plots of Land. And it is signed by the General Secretary. A letter dated the 24th of September 2019 It is from the Finance Manager 1. It is addressed to Babucarr Sanyang and copied to the Acting Director of Finance and Human Resource Manager. It has reference KMC/FIN/352 with the caption job description. It is signed by Babucarr Diba. A letter dated the 26th of September 2020 it is from Almond Real Estate. It is addressed to the Kanifing Municipal Council Staff Association. And the last document is from Almond Real Estate Land Agreement form, land transfer agreement form between client and the company. It is signed by Almond's manager. These documents are further admitted as evidence as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as MG/BS/KMC/010.
Pass the computer, please.
Yes, you may proceed, Councillor.
Conference.
So, Mr. Sanya, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And please endeavor to put those documents together
Okay.
and let us have them by Friday.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Witness, welcome to this Commission of Inquiry to Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Can you fix that camera? And make sure you speak into the mic. What is your religion? Can you speak into the mic, please?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Mandinka.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? You raise your hand. Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Can you use your right hand? Raise it into the air and then repeat after me. I, Saikou Sabally, do swear that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth. Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, witness is so I have the honor to hand over the witness to the rest of us.
Miss, good afternoon, Mr. Sabally.
Sabally, what do you already?
Alhamdulillah.
I'm fine.
Fine.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe similar.
Thank you.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Please tell the commission your full name.
Ako ito ni Kondongo.
Don't circulate, save Sabal.
Segu.
Sabal.
Aman.
Your address.
Ako iba sa water Mindore.
Bundum Bohol.
Bundung Bohol. I'm sorry.
Your occupation.
Ako ila doko munati.
I'm retired civil servant.
I'm a retired civil servant.
When did you retire?
Ako wati jumale retired.
September 30th, 2023.
September 30th, 2023.
And before your retirement, where were you working?
Ako dan liber retired. Ako doko kedo min.
We don't go like KMC then.
I was working at the KMC.
When were you employed at KMC?
Ako wati jumale yeta doko na KMC.
KMC nga doko kumaski September year 2000.
I started working at the KMC September the year 2000.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Ako ila appointment letter be mo.
Aha, well.
Yes, I do. Ako saje no.
No, that's not what confirmation.
Were you confirmed?
Ako yung confirmation mo ba?
Aha, yung confirm.
Yes, I was confirmed.
We applied under the offer of appointment letter to the witness C.M. Sabali and the confirmation of appointment to evidence as I said.
Ako sa ite ko kala ila letter fulolo appointment letter and confirmation on yung iwa dudila ya kasi be jaroti. Tama.
Thank you.
Dated the 28th of September 2000, addressed to C.M. Sabally, 36 Banco Street, Bundu, with the subject offer of appointment. The letter is signed by Brahim Jaite for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Mayor, Treasurer, MIS Manager. ADM/055, addressed to Mr. Sehu Sabally, receiving Cashier, Treasury Department, with the subject confirmation of appointment. It is signed by Ibrahim D. Jobate, Director of Administration. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, KMC, and Director of Finance. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/SS in brackets 1/KMC/001.
As the commission please. Now, what is your educational background?
Ko san ikenyi ni kamen na wala mu ila karango dati dula ani ngadan dula ila karango.
Danga karang pumas Kauru Primary School de.
I started my education at Kauru Primary School.
Kabin bola je nata Crab Island Secondary Technical Form 4.
From there, I came to Banjul, Crab Island Secondary School, Form 4.
Dandawa.
Now, you had worked as a paying out cashier at some point before the Ghana Municipal Council.
Ako san ila dogod la to memu Ghana Municipal Council. Ako wate mena so zamingi alon ko eketa nung pay out cashier te wala mjor lat.
That's right.
Yes, that is correct.
Since when were you appointed or redeployed to the position of a paying out cashier?
Ako wate jumale na tawo dati. I was deployed in the year 2005.
2005.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, you have a cash as a paying out cashier?
Ako e cash buko soto nung kami kata pay out cashier te. Ka cash buko soto.
Hani namana suru.
No, I have never acquired any.
Okay.
Between 2018 to 2023, were you given any cash as a paying out cashier?
Ako kabot 2018, kata 2023. Ako for inene man cash buko dila wala inene man cash buko soto as a paying out cashier.
Hani namana dinna.
No, I have never issued any.
Nan sina doko nato pasim mako ngana doko Kenya fade.
If at all I'll be given the floor, I can be able to explain how I work.
Okay, that's fine.
Ako fang work.
Please explain to us
Ako isa for no mole.
what your work as a paying out cashier.
Ako ila dogo memu pay out cashier.
Kabirinte beji.
When I was there,
Inka salaries myolejo.
I do pay salaries,
Allowances.
And
Sometimes vendors mule fana vendors mela KMC ni medical business office.
and vendors, those who are having dealings or businesses with C.
But your system moment in the comment.
But the system that was given to me and the system that I found out therein,
Payment will be prepare finance department.
the payments are all prepared or the checks are all prepared at the finance department.
Then COs are signed.
Then from there, the CEO will initiate his signature.
Director of finance are signed.
The same do as the director of finance.
Then as it's all abandoned there.
Then from there, it came last to me.
Nata cheko me along abenter tola Sekou Sabally.
If I told the checks is put on my name, Sekou Sabally,
Insita bank.
I go to the bank.
But inke we go sign the follow that because you make a sign in the panaka we go sign.
But I do sign the way book because they all sign, but I do sign the way book.
Yes. Ninga we go sign and can cheko nyinta.
When I sign the way book, that's the time I just take the check.
Then nata cheko me bentela tola.
As I said, if the check is in my name,
Insita bank.
I go to the bank
Kata cheko nyinkas.
to cash the check.
Nata.
Whenever I came back,
Nana payment will be.
I do after doing all my payments.
Nana payment will be.
After payments,
Internal audits are verify it is okay.
the internal audit will verify and see to it that it is okay.
In fact, Nebasirin Jabe, il is nabe to screen Jibeka, Benjela Dava, moment for that.
In fact, if Basiruja is watching at the screen, he'll see me and he'll hear exactly what I'm saying.
Ninga Bojan cast.
When I cast the check,
the description of my your this person nothing nyanta mentapandila
as it will be indicated as my description
akatra voucher nyimbala
is on the voucher.
the nenna nyanta salary le jola
If at all I am to pay the salaries,
nisinanga salary jo
then it's indicated and I pay the salary. After that,
internal audits are verified or it is ready.
internal audit will verify to see that it is ready.
Then nga voucher for finance.
Then I forward the voucher to finance.
Because ikonta manya na voucher marala.
They said I should not be able to keep, or I shouldn't keep the vouchers. They say whenever I'm done with my job, I have to take voucher. I'll return the voucher there. They keep all the vouchers. Whenever I do payments and I'm ready, I pass the voucher. I will never see that voucher anymore.
Because 2018 vouchers.
Since 2018 vouchers, I never know where they're gone to.
And internal auditors.
When internal audits,
checking now.
When they are doing the new yearly check-ins,
you can voucher better for general audit.
They go to the
finance department.
They go to the finance department and take all the vouchers there
Auditing big
and do their auditing.
Not a recycling everything boss voucher sort of.
For instance, if there is, it happens there is a missing voucher,
attention.
They will call my attention.
Also, it's not attention call.
They will call my attention.
But we found no, I found the customer.
For that, it has never happened.
And the external auditors will find a name.
But the external auditors, whenever they came, I don't have any business.
Because I got a voucher tentable.
Because they know, it happens that I have no voucher.
The information will be Katata Finance Department.
The information is needed by them, they go to the finance department.
If CEO has signed, Director of Finance has signed, I name the signed, Nandoko can imparata. Internal ODI verify, then now pass finance department.
Just like when the CEO signed and the finance signed, I signed. After my job, when I'm done, I take the vouchers to the finance
department. James.
These are my work at Change.
The business partners.
And their business partners like the vendors. Some of them, their checks came to me. Whenever they came to me,
sign.
I call them, they sign.
Witness column sign.
And after they are signed, I too sign my witness column.
Then finance
the voucher is released to finance.
Finance
department.
This
is how I work.
And we be able to the way book 2018.
Since 2018.
Then I check receipt from finance department.
Check to receive from the finance department.
No signature begin.
My signature is there.
Director of finance la signature begin.
Director of finance.
CEO la signature begin. But we could be voucher be
books are all the
finance department never
they are all under the custody.
Them access
I have no access to them.
Well, I have not internal auditing or external auditing. This
is why whenever
information they general finance department.
This is why when there is auditing, whether be the internal or external, I have no business with them. Every information they need is at the finance department.
Yes.
Yes, that is my work.
Okay, we've had you. So, but you don't keep a cash book.
Ako ba cash book table?
Cash
book ko table.
Honey, cash book yan te check wala kana don ali webuko.
The check and the waybook.
Ninga webuko sign. Akata CEO sign, Director of Finance sign.
Before I sign, it happens. CEO have signed, Finance Director have signed.
Yeah, nothing there. Ninga sign.
When it comes to me, I sign.
Then aside the description of the job, voucher nimbalan.
That will indicate the voucher will indicate the description of the job that I supposed to do.
Well, either is it for salary, whether it's for allowances?
That is either for salary or allowances.
Yes, well, then start bank na check on your cash. Then that no voucher treat.
Cash the monies, I come, I treated the voucher readily.
Nga voucher internal audit verify. Basi la bank na fenkol be audit firm. Na voucher smell be.
Audit, that is Wasiru who always audit my.
Yes. Nem pareto do nga pass jana.
I pass it to
finance department. So now no kita do abandon them ka voucher you potential in my life.
That is, I'm ready, I'm done with it. I'll never see any voucher anymore.
No.
Okay. Now if you are given a check to go and cash.
Let's say
it's for the payment of allowances. and you are now paying allowances to individual.
Ko sign itele ka joro ke ka allowance jo menu nyantajo.
How do you record that?
Ako ka usafe nyan.
Komi nata.
What, for instance, what I call
because akata imari with bela name be suffering bela. Nyanta fendi jola.
All those I should pay, their names are written.
So nente put na bank.
When I came from the bank,
Nteka Sunday voucher le dida.
I used a Sunday voucher.
Be ka sign dame.
They all sign.
Near sign.
When they sign,
I only clip with the voucher.
I clip that with the voucher.
Nga pass finance.
I pass it to the finance.
But internal audit are they kalam.
But all the internal audit are all aware of that.
They will find an auditing period not until involved.
This is why whenever there is audit, I am not involved.
In finance, like finance
department. The finance department.
So tell him to allow me to ask him questions.
All right.
Now that we have heard him as to how he executes his functions. Now I will ask him some questions. Then he can explain further. Now my question is, you only pay when you withdraw, the checks are in your name. You will go to the bank, cash the check, and come and effect payment. Now, if you have paid, let's say for allowance, you have paid, and then there is an outstanding sum. What do you do with the money?
For instance, if it is salaries, if there are people who are absent,
pay back to cash to the receiving cash.
I pay these monies to the receiving cash. Before I will take back the voucher. Whenever I do that payments, I then close the voucher.
How about if it is for vendors as well?
According vendors only.
No, vendors will it will tie to the voucher sign from Yela receipt or dinner, Yela Checo dealer. He will receive and call a clip voucher Nimbala.
For the vendors, they come, sign the check, they issue the receipt.
Yes.
Then I give them the check, and that receipt is the one I attach to the voucher.
Now, who keeps the cash book for, or where the money is paid to? Money is paid, vouchers monies and money is paid are supposed to be entered. Who keeps that cash book?
According voucher me anko adogo aning kodomen jota ako buko ikasa tame jumane ko buko katara jumane bulu.
Cash bukatan government cash bukatan trantela office.
I said there is no cash book in the office.
Copy in voucher you fana.
And the vouchers too.
Need finance doing the system open. The
system of finance, they just enter them, all of them in the system.
Now, you have given a statement.
If I want a statement,
and an additional statement.
Additional flanyang of ano.
He will show you these statements.
Ako yung statement only by we only itan nila.
Okay, well,
these are the statement, additional statement of the witness, Saikou Sabally, to evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 12th of May 2023 and the additional witness statement dated the 25th of November 2024 are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/SS in brackets 1/KMC/002.
As Commission places. Now, if you look at your additional statement of the 25th of November 2024,
Akoni ajuwe itela additional statement wala mela kalma fulan jangote mel na fayla dia moto benketa
The second paragraph. The second paragraph. It reads on the issue of several withdrawals. Amounting to 167 million.
167 million.
645,000.
645,000.
$914.
$914.
87 bututs.
87 bututs.
Was withdrawn from the period May 2018.
Ako ALIEU bondinum kabo May 2018.
To January 2023.
Kata January 2023. Ni temo kono ALIEU kono be bondi.
Now, you have said in your statement, you said, however, out of the set amount, only the sum of 27,550,000.
$27,550,000.
$319.
$319.
3 bottles.
3 bottles.
Has supporting vouchers.
Supporting vouchers also for them.
Now the rest, you cannot find the voucher. You had explained that you don't keep vouchers. You return the vouchers to the finance department. Now these are withdrawals in your name. Do you understand?
Yes. I had it.
Now the vouchers too would also have, you will have to execute the vouchers and make payments and stamp them paid.
Yes.
And
so let me just confirm the amount that is outstanding without any supporting document. The amount is 140,095,585.85 bututs.
Thank you.
Just for confirmation.
Yes, thank you. So I had said earlier, Mr. Saban, that you had explained, you explained, you said that you don't keep vouchers. But then, who do you hand these vouchers over to?
For finance finance department.
Lead counsel.
Yes.
Sirifunjai, Director of Finance.
Sirifunjai, the Director of Finance.
I'm more from employed. I mean deployed into the office as my assistant. Come here, I own that control assistant.
You deploy somebody as my office as my assistant. He said is the one who's responsible of the vouchers.
In fact, my assistant assistant down.
This assistant is there.
Sign the one office role.
Now, since my retirement, he is the one in charge.
Since
I was taken there, he deployed that and brought him to me and said he is my assistant.
I sat down the finance department can deal back and you bought a call and then because they concentrate on cash left in the code.
Who is dealing with these vouchers with the finance department?
But then the board
concentrate on the monies.
The voucher be paid. I sat down the pack. I asked about finance department. Sometimes finance department call canali you voucher beta.
Whenever I'm done with the vouchers, she is responsible of all these vouchers. Take it to finance.
Now, when for example, you have treated, let's say, 10 vouchers in a day. An example is when you have treated 10 vouchers in the day. You have made the necessary payment. Now the vouchers are to be returned to the finance department. Do you sign any way book or any document to indicate that they have received the 10 vouchers?
bide nga voucher tanne dogu anu fele nga voucher tango dundi nga di finance department la ako ikaw sa federal do
Hanim kasabe. Let me say there.
it's not written between myself and God. Never.
Manasa. Kadunga nyina non ko ninga nimpareta drong.
Because I know that whenever I'm ready, I'm done.
Na assist no kasala aita pass. Asaba finance.
You collect it immediately and take it to finance.
Now, for instance, if there is an outstanding amount of money that, let's say, for instance, you were given 10 vouchers, the value is $100,000.
Ako misal fi ni voucher dila komisa ni ngata voucher tang baribaji la ko kodo memba kono ni abe haima abitale wili cheme.
And you have made payment.
And ite nata joro.
You have returned the voucher.
Inata voucher min murundi.
And they said they haven't seen the voucher.
And the sani tolko imam voucher je.
What do you have to establish that payments were made?
Ako sani muna be kela itela sedo ti wala muna ba kumo nying sembentu yala kaita liko tonya le mu ite nying voucher solo murundi finance department.
Nkolo fwete ntena assistant no.
That's what I say.
Wala be dealing voucher la. Wala ka voucher be pack ay samba. Na assistant no. Ya no deploy na office. For voucher transaction, ako was responsible vouchers because I'm calling missing voucher. I can't missing voucher so wala na ako because interbe cash ko na ten kilitatar no la nyimbela. So I must get a funga assistant also to. We try vouchers nyo la karora, daga tra cash la karora. Ando ni ala tema nkaka wala nyampo na ando KMCB is there. KMCB management when the management down is fair along the conquer operate wala nyam and the internal audit fana ya along the ko operate wala nyam handa le adi
even KMC, they can be a witness me. That is my work, the way I work. Because Sirifunjai informed me that he don't want to see any missing voucher. This is the reason why he attached that junior cashier to me. Whenever I collect or I do, I'm done with the vouchers. They are all collected immediately by him and taken to the finance department.
Now, I don't doubt it. You've explained clearly how you work, how you execute your work. And it appears it is trustworthy. You are trustworthy. I believe what you are saying. But we just need to know how now these monies can be accounted. You had told the commission that you don't record this in any cash. Correct? Correct?
Correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Correct. That's correct.
And you don't write that down in any way book.
And we go
correct? Correct?
Correct.
That's correct.
And also, the very important fact is that Chief Jai would already assign someone into your office as your assistant to only deal with the vouchers and return them once they are paid.
And I know someone and koto me along ko wala dogo te kala fengo fenti puru kaje ko voucher so men pareta atleka ukata ate bulu afangole ko sa.
How?
Yes.
What make it? KMCB or on the KMCB?
Staffs are aware of it.
Yes. But what is the name of the person?
Ako ni.
Well, I said no. Say at 11 the plus.
I said no. It's the one my processor.
For how long was she there?
Covering 2018
since 2018, both of us are there.
And this was the practice.
Yes.
Do you know whether Asrunda will record this anywhere regarding the vouchers when she goes to the to Shirif to deposit these vouchers?
Ako sign ni voucher di Aisha to foi pareta. Ako fo yeku kalam da jele ba fo ako sa fe plan to banka voucher so mi alam ko ate abuta bulu abi mendi la Shirif Jai fa nga sa fe le.
Aisha to aka voucher be pack le.
She do pack all the vouchers.
Either at the finance department
herself to get
financial department account clerk will sometimes
sometimes the finance department clerks they do come there to collect these vouchers from her.
But Clinton no maintain.
But one thing I maintain,
Webuko.
the way book.
Ntebuka any check cash.
I never check any cash.
After my webuko ni sign from the
Without
webuko.
signing the way.
Yes, but the same way you're doing that.
Ako sila kile mo nyamo nyado nyamo le kake unta.
As for the time of receiving the cash.
Ako wato mena kodota.
Is the same way you are supposed to sign off when you're returning the vouchers to indicate that you have paid.
Ako anya takila wala nyama. Bayri ni cheko di la ika safe bugoto ka ita ko ni cheko nga wala soto ni bulu ni wati kar nangam le ya sai. Ako inyanta usla kili ngole taman la ni fanam be la o voucher sol di la. Inyanta ka safe ka.
Agree. Womuto.
Naka.
Yes, agree ta wala. Ando anyanta kala wala na. But commit nga system otra nyami dro.
Supposed to be like that.
Continue ta wala. But yemen for wala correct. Wala nyanta kala.
What you have said is the correct way. The truth.
Because you are even supposed to have a cash.
Ako inyanta ka cash because. Yes.
But this cash must have a cash.
Ako inyanta ka cash because.
Amutonya.
Whoever deals with cash must have a cash.
Ako momo meni alam ko ini nafulo le ila do ko be nafulo la karola wala kola karola inyanta cash because.
Amutonya.
Especially cashiers.
Ako sako atol cash yan.
You don't have a cash book.
If you ako ni man cash book so
You're like a soldier without a gun.
ako kamunta ko soja ro mo ulo kono kilo blato kilite bulu.
Amutonya.
That is true.
You receive money, you spend money, but you don't have any records.
Ako kodo depends a cash book table.
Komi yes, Amutonya.
That is true.
Okay, men natanta.
What happened to me?
Komi ba ntanga mutako webuko be new finance department temal.
Because I thought that there is a way book between myself and the finance.
And no voucher will finance yes somebody be put into system.
And whenever these vouchers are taken, they put them into system.
So ntanga mutako well I am safe. Komi that.
This is for that process. I thought I was in a safe side.
Have you ever cashed monies and give it to the CEO or the finance? Anybody in the finance department or any individual working for claims?
Ako sai, karo menti. Fok ite fango. Inene tata bank kodo tana jeni nata. Ya dung CEO bulu bank. Wala ya di finance department no kulala ba. Wala momo mi yalo kabe doko la kind of thing. KMC. Anane sota
no. Kakodo di la puru.
To give them money for what?
That may be the instruction.
Time for someone
because you don't have a cash book.
Ako bayri ni man cash book soto. I will never do that.
You don't record those documents.
Ando fanang ka safe, buka voucher sol safe.
Outstanding balance.
Ando fanani ajube kodo bije mi alko nin kodo tuta.
Out of the 107 million plus.
167 million plus.
As far as you are concerned,
ako komete fangona karola.
You can only account for 27 million plus.
Ako isi men account jang wala million wong ani woro thing.
So as the paid out cashier,
ako pay out cashier,
you should have been in a position to say that this is my cash book, this is the evidence, these are the vouchers.
Ako inyanta ka cash book soto mi ala ko le kele na sedo ti femo femi ala ka bota ka safeje le voucher sol ya be safeje.
It is not wrong to give the vouchers to the finance department. In fact, the law is that the finance department, the finance director must be in custody of these vouchers.
Ako falania ju lawyer ta nyame ako finance department fanan kata mo dimi ala ko ni vouchers ol kata ta laytol la marola.
But the records.
Ako bara record ol safero.
It's a payment.
Ako ka je sedo lu joro la sede anya.
That is your responsibility.
Ko wo mo itela nyanto le
Amutonya.
That is true.
It's your primary responsibility.
So
how do you solve this problem?
So let's come in there.
What I thought about it.
It will voucher be in the system.
Because they all put the vouchers in the system.
I look at in 2018 na voucher received abe bukoto la ngasa and the CEO and the director of finance
The voucher I received, my signatures there, the director of finance and the CEO. Those way books. If I compare that way books, then we'll see if at all there is shortages there. It will be known.
Check receipt.
I check I receipt. I signate my signature.
I told you that is the part that you have received the check.
Ako jele ka data fo ko wala mu lo dini ka chegol receive.
They will not give you check without you signing that you have received.
Ako ite chego dile la di masa.
So when you're giving them back their voucher to show that you have paid,
Ako ni be voucher pour la même baitan la ko joro kita.
you must also have records.
Ato ifara nyanta sa.
Is it-
Ako fama nyana kila.
Umutonya.
That is true.
Now, have you been paid interest?
Ako fo ka impress mi ne ka wo joro.
Impress ba.
Ako impress ka wo joro.
You know, I had asked you a question. When the CEO and the finance director signs a check,
Impress wala
I
nyati
think
ko.
the ning
Ah.
CEO and then director of finance ni chego sai.
and you come with the cash,
And it ata ko do sama.
do you not report to them that you have withdrawn the money?
Foi kata ka foi ko sai kas mi ko do ni data report data tara.
Komi number number.
Ah.
No, number number ko buka sarela.
No.
Because
now from
akatele ka punya the tab bank.
I don't tell
Nyanta menkela agla so no be ka transfer the bank ni bala.
because the instructions
Nende put na bank ko go ahead ninkata na do wal.
the instructions are already or the descriptions of my job are already written on the said this thing. So when I go to receive the money, when I come back, I'll never inform them. I do as I am instructed to do.
Now, were interest authorized during this period, 2018 to 2023?
Ako impress kapo 2018 kata 2023 for impress benu yelelo.
KMC officials, maybe you asked or given instruction to give a certain amount of money to any officer for that person to effect payment.
Ako come for atene sota mi alam ko instruct wala ila description of wala ti tay ko do samanang yadi karila kurai jorobe. Ako fo ne kata jere.
No ka punya ta kudo kama yadi kana jorok.
Maybe they need money in the area council.
Because keno area kazum be sula ko do la.
Maybe they have to make effect some payments as
Ako askeno fanang dépense do soto nyanta jorol kala ben.
No komi o façon tay.
For that system
O nana ketan na komi no 1/6 sojo.
it had ever happened to me.
Man pare kuringe.
I was paying 1/6, but I was not ready.
Sirpunja na ko council be sola kodola.
Sirif Jai came and said to me, council give money.
So kodo membe je nga retire.
So the money is left, they are letting you retire it.
Wo fon when na retire ko maya mank ambe manke dun kilo la nyola because kabra ata wo fon nga wo nga 400 something ne retire.
On that very day,
400,000
I got 400 and something thousand.
Because mo be me la kodo ta folo.
Because I told him that people are not, all of them did not receive.
Kan nem pare da do ko la internet audit card verify la.
And
Jani ba pass la.
Whenever it is verified by the internet.
Yon kai fa mo will pay.
So the retirement
But out of that amount, not about 400 and some.
before the retirement, I paid about 400. Let me check. Let me check here.
It's $474,050. I will know out of the cash. $474,050.
$474,050.
$50. Well, look at the first payment out of that salary balance. That is 1/6 balance.
That was the monies I paid, the first monies I paid.
But the payment
While I was paying, you see, 1/6, but I was not ready.
but at a certain council need money.
Came that
So
council need money.
Konga kodos pay back to cash so that they see that transaction okay no.
That money to council.
Bolling up 474,000 out of the salary after the 1/6 kodo na pay back to cash. Na pay back to cash.
That is the monies I paid back to council, 474,000.
Kabira boto.
From there,
Not again another one side the solar kodola.
again he said still council need monies.
I paid not $98,030 is your
I
kodo.
paid $98,030. Yes.
Ngau fananjo.
Yes, I paid that.
Yo kabiru obota jele.
From there,
Kabiru audit natan sorry. Internal audit nata kabiru pareta jorola.
star, I was already with the payment.
Internal audit natan na feko check. Ya kaibol ni be check.
The internal audit came and make check it. They check all the papers.
Basir nata for side you have a balance of 1,253. Yantal mem pay back to the casa again. So not of fananjo. 1,253.
$453. And that I should be able to calculate.
What is it will be for that?
All the receipts are here.
Thank you. Let me see.
Nice.
So these are internal audit reports.
Yes.
When you internal audit report.
Well.
Saban, do you want to speak in English?
Very well.
So in the first one that you were making reference to
Ako follow kay to mi alam ko is medu bente kama ita la ko ita.
is the internal audit report addressed to the Director of Finance.
Ako wala kita internal audit report. Mi alam ko ya address finance.
And the CEO is copied.
And we do sa fe adi CEO la.
Date is 10th of July 2023.
Kita lungo men na wala July 2023.
The subject is paid back to cash 1/6 2019.
Ako wala mo yemi tande min sa fe je wala mi ko do muru di pro kaso mo be bio.
And so this is where it is contained.
Ako amunta ko abe kayto abe sa fe je kayto le ba.
Correct?
Ako kita wala nyalo.
Kita wala.
Yes.
And attached to the in the memo or the findings are receipts that Simja gave you regarding this money.
Ako fanani aju we restore member ye wala restore me ako Simja ye wala dila. Ako do men.
Yes, I saw the technician signal giving me a signal. Okay. Yeah, so Simja gave you receipts.
Ako sa Simja I restore dila kabra yo ko do.
No ni kodol kabirnge jo inta tenga kodol janal cash receiving cash office.
I paid this money to the receive.
Well, when they receive the data.
They are the one who receive these receipts to me.
Yes.
Atoko nga pay back to cash so that it will also
I was instructed by him for me to pay these monies to the in cash so that cashier so that I can have these receipts.
Okay, we will have this about to have it submitted. The second one is also the payback to cash.
Ako fulanya ko fana mo joro jimi ako ifa mo yewole.
1/6.
1/6.
And abem fake kilon.
They are all one.
Yes.
One for all.
Yes. We applied the days to down reports into evidence and exhibits.
Maybe Rice, because GRTS has taken the signal. I cannot admit a document. We'll come back after the